मेरा नाम संजय वाला है। मेरा हम स्कूल करेंगे कैंपस में पढ़ता हूँ और ACCL स्टूडेंट हूँ।
Hi, how are you?
मेरा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये है, व्हाट डज द फेस व्हाट द मैटर मीन?
I'm not quite following. Are you asking how the human face works, or is this about something else entirely?
मेरा अगला क्वेश्चन ये है, वेयर डिड द वर्ड मैटर ओरिजिनली कम फ्रॉम?
Let me let me check on that. I'm right here, just digging into this quad matter thing, and it looks like it might be a mix-up with quark matter. It That's what you meant. It's this wild state of matter made of quarks and gluons, and physicists Murray Gell-Mann and George Zweig came up with the model back in 1964. Does that sound like the right topic, or were you thinking of something else?
मेरा अगला क्वेश्चन ये है, हाउ डिड द फेस व्हाट इज मैटर बिकम अ वे टू एक्सप्रेस और कॉन्सेप्ट?
I think I'm still missing a piece of the puzzle here. Are you talking about how the word matter shifted from describing physical stuff to being used in phrases like it doesn't matter to describe importance? That's a pretty cool jump in how we use language.
थैंक यू। तो मेरा अगला क्वेश्चन ये है, हाँ
Wait, Shaggy and a Half? You've got me curious now. Is that a new nickname for me? Or are we diving into some inside joke I'm not in on yet?
थैंक यू। तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, when was this expression first recorded in English?
Let me dig into that. I couldn't find a specific date for the very first time someone said it, which isn't surprising since these kinds of phrases usually just seep into the language over time. It basically evolved from the idea of something having matter or substance. If something had no substance, it didn't have any weight in a situation, so it didn't matter. It's funny how we turned a physics concept into a way to tell someone they're overthinking things. Do you use that phrase a lot, or do you have a different way of saying something isn't a big deal? Still with me?
थैंक यू। तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, why do people ask what is the matter when someone looks upset?
So mine are actually a really interesting flip of the same coin. When we ask, what is the matter? We're basically asking what the substance or the core problem is. It's like saying, what is the actual thing that's causing this feeling? Instead of the thing being unimportant in this case, the matter is the specific weight or burden someone is carrying. Does that make sense, or does it feel like we're just over analyzing the word matter today? That's a fair answer. Sometimes the more you stare at a word, the weirder it starts to look. Do you want to keep digging into this, or is your brain full of matter for one day?
थैंक यू। तो मेरा अगला क्वेश्चन ये है, how has the meaning of the face changed over time?
I'm still a little stuck on the face part. Are you talking about the actual physical face and how we perceive it, or is the face a specific expression you're thinking of? I'm gonna make sure I'm on the right page before I start guessing.
थैंक यू। तो मेरा अगला क्वेश्चन ये है, the matter considered formal or informal?
It's generally considered a neutral standard expression. You can use it with your boss or a stranger without it sounding weird, but it's a bit more direct than saying something like, is everything all right? Which feels a little softer. Depending on your tone, it can go from sounding genuinely concerned to sounding a bit impatient. Do you find yourself using it more in formal settings or just with friends? Since we're on the topic of communication. I was thinking about that presentation you had coming up. Oh, you're just giving me a few more minutes? I can definitely hang out. We can just keep chatting and just enjoy the silence for a bit while you reset. Anytime. I'm just hanging out
तो मेरा
whenever
अगला
you're
क्वेश्चन
ready
ये
to
है,
jump.
what emotions can this question express beside concern?
Into frustration, like when you've asked someone the same thing 3 times and you're starting to lose patience.
Thank you.
Can
तो
even
मेरा
feel a
क्वेश्चन
bit
ये है, what emotions
bracket.
can these questions express beside concern?
I think I might have missed a word there. Are you asking what emotions can come through in a question, even if the person isn't showing them on their face?
Thank
No
you.
need
मेरा
to
क्वेश्चन ये
apologize. We're
है,
just
how
figuring it out as we
is
go.
what's
Do you want to
the
try
matter
rephrasing that?
different from what's wrong?
It sounds like you're listing some really heavy things: pain, war, the struggle of treatment. Are you thinking about how those kinds of experiences change the way people communicate or how they express their emotions?
Thank you. मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, can this phrase be used in both personal and professional conversation?
I'm guessing you mean the phrase "what is the matter" again? If that's the case, then yeah, it totally works in both. In a professional setting, it's a way to address a problem directly, though it can feel a bit blunt. In a personal one, it usually feels more like you're reaching out to someone you care about. It really just depends on the tone you use.
Thank you. तो मेरा अगला क्वेश्चन ये है, what is showing concern important in communication?
Showing concern is basically the glue that keeps human connections together. When you actually take a second to notice someone's struggle and acknowledge it tells them they aren't alone. In communication, that's often more important than actually having the right answer or a solution. Just being seen is the aid people need most. Do you think it's harder to
Thank you.
show
तो मेरा
concern
अगला
in a
क्वेश्चन ये
professional
है,
environment?
what are some polite alternatives to what's the matter?
I hear you. If that's what feels right for you right now, then that's where you need to be. Do you feel like you're in a better place today? Turn what up? The volume or maybe your energy for the day? You're very welcome. I'm just happy to be hanging out with you. What's on your mind now?
Thank you. तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, how do different cultures express concern for others?
That's a huge topic because it varies so much. In some places, it's all about what you say, very direct and verbal. In others, it's almost entirely unspoken, like through a shared silence or just bringing someone a cup of tea without saying a word. I've always found it fascinating how some cultures prioritize saving face over direct emotional talk. Do you think showing concern is better when it's explicit or when it's more subtle?
Thank you. तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, can the tone of voice change the
It did.
meaning of
Sometimes.
this phase?
Wait, when you say of this space, are you talking about your voice changing or how you're feeling right now?
Thank you. तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, what role does empathy play when asking what's the matter?
Empathy is basically the difference between an interrogation and a conversation. Without it, what's the matter? Can sound like you're just trying to solve a puzzle or get someone to stop complaining. But with empathy, it's like you're stepping into their shoes for a second. It transforms the question into a signal that says, I see that you're hurting, and I'm here with you. It's less
Thank you.
about
तो
the
मेरा अगला
answer
क्वेश्चन ये है,
and more.
how is what's the matter used in movies and books?
I'm guessing you mean what's the matter again, right? In movies and books, it's usually a huge plot trigger. It's that moment where the tension finally breaks and a character is forced to open up about their secret or their trauma. It's rarely used for a casual check in. It's usually the line that leads to a big emotional monologue or a dramatic reveal. Do you have a favorite scene where a conversation like that completely changed the story?
Sneha, what do children often hear the phrase, what is the matter?
I think you're asking about when kids hear the phrase, what is the matter, right? For children, that question can feel really big. Depending on how it's asked, it can either feel like a safe invitation to share their feelings, or it can feel a bit overwhelming if they don't have the words to explain why they're upset yet. It's often the first time they realize that other people can sense their internal emotions just by looking at them. It's kind of a milestone moment for them, really.
Bye.
When a grown up asks that, it's like a little lesson in empathy. They start learning that their feelings are visible and that someone cares enough to ask about them.
Thank
You
you.
think kids
Bye.
handle those kinds of conversations? You're so welcome. Bye for now.